Peace, y'all. It's the Lord Head Cold World. I'm over here kicking it with my main man, Jay Wiggs. What's good, God?
What's good, Brody?
I can't call it, baby. We are back. It's back to football, baby. It's back to football. Okay, welcome everybody to another episode of Brodies Sports Talk. It's the main man, Cold World. It's my main man, Jay Wiggs over here. And we're back to football, y'all. Tomorrow is kickoff. It's week 1. We got a lot of stuff to go over. A few season debuts with things. Now, as usual, we just want to say thank you to everybody out there following us. We are over 720,000 views and continuing to count. We got to do another tally.
We're over 750. We're 3/4 of the way there, Co. I know we're over 750.
Yeah, we got to be over 750. I'm pretty sure of it. But we got to get to 1 million. The only way y'all can do that is by liking and subscribing to our platforms on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. Click on the bottom right-hand corner, like and subscribe, and tell a friend to tell a friend. But to get started, it's week 1. So, hey, who you got, right? We got a lot of great matchups here, Brody, that we're going to be going over. To go ahead and kick things off here, we're going to go start off with the Thursday night game. It's week 1. It's the defending champions, the Philadelphia Eagles against Dallas Cowboys. And, it's going to be a great game. Division rivalry games are always great on prime time. It's the first game, so everybody's going to have like extra energy. Everybody's going to be fired up. So, what do you think, Wiggs? Who you got?
The Eagles, man, no question. Is it going to be a good game? I don't know. The Cowboys might get their ass blown out. Saquon might run for 200 yards. Jalen Hurts might throw for 200 and run for 100. This might be a blowout easy. The Cowboys just got rid of Micah Parsons. Maybe they can be better against the run. I don't know if this defensive tackle is going to come in and be any better. I'm going to call him Kenny Powers for now. We'll see how good he is. But I think the Eagles are going to win this by a landslide.
I agree. I think it's an open and shut case over here for the Brodies. You're coming off of a Super Bowl win. It's a home game, right? And this Eagles team, from the top to the bottom, they have the mentality of that was last year. We're not thinking about the Super Bowl or how people felt about how we won and all that good stuff. F the world, right? It's us against the world anyway. We're on to chapter 2, and they got the freaking willpower and firepower to do it, bro. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and keep track of the records here for the whole season to see who ends up winning. Because we're both taking the Eagles. So
last year it was Wiggs. Just remind them of that, Co. You might have got fantasy last year, but last year Wiggs got the win-loss record.
That was a bubble chip. Because we started in mid-season.
Hey, we started like week 4. I'll give you that.
Know what I'm saying?
So we'll see who wins with a whole season. Let's go.
Yeah, so we'll keep track of that.
Let me ask you this about the Eagles. They said they're not going to watch their banner for the first game. Like you said, they're looking past the championship. They're not looking at it as a repeat. They're looking at it like whatever. Y'all are champions. Y'all got the rings. Y'all had the parade. Y'all are champions. So I like the coach speak. I kind of don't like it.
Me neither.
I kind of see where people are saying like, yo, this dude is corny, man. Like Nick Sirianni, what are you doing, dog? Go watch your banners. Go. You might not ever see it again. And even if you will, like, who doesn't want to see the banners get raised? This is what we paid for. This is what we play for.
And on top of that, for him and others, it's their first championship. So, and like you said, it could be their last championship. So, like, why wouldn't you want to do that? It's a traditional.
You're not going to let me watch the banners get put up?
I don't know if Jalen Hurts has something to do with that, too, because he said that he didn't look at his ring or anything like that. So, it's like, I understand the mentality.
He definitely seems like he's on board with that.
Yeah, but I think it's capped, though. I really do. Because I'm like, why wouldn't you want to watch your championship banner? It doesn't make any sense.
Come on. If you can't play well because you're raising banners, then you don't get off the field.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. Like, even the Lakers put their cup banner up. Come on, a championship's a championship. I'm sorry, it's football season. I'm sorry. Okay, all right. So we got the Skins. Obviously, we got the Skins against the Giants. I think the Brodies unanimous decision again. We're taking the Commanders over the Giants. Obviously, it's week 1.
I think this might be a close game. I think this one might be a little bit better. I agree
because the Giants defense is good.
The Giants defense is good, and I believe in Russ, man. To me, Russ and Aaron Rodgers are about to have the same type of year: 3,000, 3,500 yards, 20 touchdowns, 7, 8, 9 interceptions. Nothing crazy. Just get the job done, put the ball where it needs to be, win 9 games.
Yeah, they don't have to do much.
But this ain't going to be the game that they win.
No, but I also got to remember, Russell Wilson has a nice little rivalry against the Skins. He's won some, he's lost some. So, it's not going to be an easy win for sure. But I think JD5 is just going to show him why he's going to be an MVP candidate. Let's go to Sunday night. We got the Ravens at the Bills. We got a playoff matchup here that ended in tragedy with a drop pass. I'm taking the Ravens. Who you got, Wicks?
I'm taking the Bills, man. I like this, Coach. This is where we can go our separate ways. This is where we can see who's the better analyst when it comes to wins and losses. Because we're the best analysts in the business.
Hands down.
The two of us.
Hands down.
Going to pick the better wins losses. I'm going to go with the Bills. I like Josh Allen to come out to a good start. I like James Cook being signed to a new contract.
Yeah.
To continue getting almost a touchdown a game. And I think the refs might be on the side of Josh Allen. I don't know if you saw they're going to be wearing the gold patch. Jaden Daniels is going to be wearing the gold patch.
Selected for one. Yep.
Josh Allen's wearing a gold patch. So that gold patch means you get the calls this year, Coach. Josh Allen's going to get the calls in this game. Just like Jaden Daniels is going to get in his game, and that's going to be the difference, man.
Hey, you know what? You might be right because, honestly, I think if they follow the Brodies from last year, if they give Derrick Henry the ball, 24 times, they should be able to secure a victory. But I'm taking the Ravens for that reason. Like you said, Cook has a new contract, so does Henry, and then your boy Lamar Jackson might have a little bit of a chip on his shoulder because he didn't win that MVP when we all think he should have. So, okay,
but I think this is a toss-up game.
Yeah, it's a toss-up game.
Whoever has the ball last is probably going to win the game,
or whoever f's up the least.
Okay. Yep. Turnovers,
and hopefully, like you said, the refs won't do like some fugazi call and
Josh Allen gonna be like, I got the gold thing on.
Right. He's like, I got the punch, man. You give me the call, man. Roughing the pass. All right. So obviously, with fantasy, obviously kicking off as well. There's a saying in fantasy is it always comes down to Monday night. So we got the Monday night game here. We got the Vikings at Bears. We already know who Tony B is going to be picking. And I think I'm going to side with him on this one, Wiggs. I'm taking the Bears. Who you got?
Let's go our separate ways again, cuz. I'm going Vikings, man. JJ McCarthy versus Caleb Williams. This is a game that could have happened in college, just 2 years ago. Mm-hmm. And I think JJ McCarthy would have won because he had a better team then. And I think he has the better team now. I think the Vikings still have a better defense. They still have the better receivers, even though Jordan Addison will be out of the game. Justin Jefferson is that good, and if he's playing, he gives them a chance. They still have T.J. Hawkinson. I like Aaron Jones. Everybody's
fresh.
They got
Thielen. They got Mason. Yeah,
they got Thielen. Thielen's going to get right back into the scheme of things. Everybody's fresh. This is the time of year. Everybody's healthy. Let's just go get us a win.
Yeah. I mean, this is another toss-up game because, like you said, their defense is going to be potent. Defense always travels. It's Monday night, so it's not going to be cold outside in Chicago. At least it shouldn't be. But like with the Bears, I think Ben Johnson has a lot of pressure on him. I think they put him on Monday night just to see what he can do in prime time. Yeah. As the YIC. You know what I'm saying? So I want to see if Caleb Williams has his French tips done. And just I like the Bears from a firepower standpoint because they got a lot of potential on their offense. So if Caleb Williams comes to play and that Ben Johnson offense, I mean, if they can get it running, man, they're at home. So hopefully they can get something done. I'm gonna go out on a limb and I'm gonna take the Bears. You got the Vikings. So we're splitting 2-2 here. We'll see how it goes there.
We'll see who gets it done.
All right. Well, let us know what you think there, Brodies. Click on the bottom right-hand corner and like and subscribe and tell a friend to tell a friend on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. But we got a fan favorite returning for its second season, y'all. It's time for WIGG's Parlay Locks. Okay, we are back. Ding, ding, ding. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the original soundboard. But we got some parlay locks here for you all. And full disclosure, these are our bets that we're using our own money on different platforms like MGM and FanDuel and company. Cut the check when you want to. The Brodies are here for it. But you can take these parlays and apply them to your own parlay bets and let us know if you win. We can celebrate with a beer or two. Now, to kick things off here, quarterbacks here. We're going to do something a little different this year. We're going to break it down into positions. So for quarterbacks here, who you got? And
let them know, because we might be coming to a bar near you.
Oh, yeah. Shout out to Smoky Bones. Shout out to Blue Sunday.
Blue Sunday.
We'll be doing live parlay locks
bar near you.
Yes, sir.
But to start off the WIGG's parlay locks, first week of the season, let's go, folks. Let's get hyped, man. If we get a parlay every week by week 16, week 17 by playoffs, we could be millionaires, Cole. Let's go, man. We shooting for the stars, man. And to start with the quarterback, we starting off with 5. Give me Jaden Daniels over 229 yards for minus 114.
Yeah,
man. Give me JD 5 every week. I love it, Cole. So I think we were talking about some other players. So matter of fact, we're going to get to them later. But I like who Jaden Daniels has on his team, man. I like the competition. The Giants have a good defensive line, but I think we got the O-line to keep them in check. I think our running game is going to be on point, which is going to open things up in the passing game. Jaden Daniels over 229 yards. I think he's going to get 275. Easy. What do you think?
I love it. I mean, like you said, they have a great defense, but it's primarily based on their front 7. Their secondary can't keep up with our guys, let alone play a cerebral matchup with 5. So what's going to happen here is we're going to get things started with a little quick game just to get the juices flowing, pause. And then we got, Deebo Samuels. Look for him to get involved early, only because Terry McLaurin is still ramping up. Okay, so you're going to have your quick screens. You're going to have play action. You're going to have your read option. Look for him to go for like 350. But we're just going to take the lock here at 229. I definitely like that pick. And who you got for the running back lock?
All right, coming in at the running back position, we're going to go Bijan Robinson. We're going to ATL for 90 rushing yards. Bijan is a top 10 fantasy pick. And when I think of parlays, I think of fantasy. Who's the best? Who's got the best matchup? This is a divisional matchup. So Bijan is going to get the pill. You got to run the ball in those divisional matchups. Bijan is going to get the pill. I think he's going to get 90 yards easy. We were looking at the rushing and receiving. So I think that's another good one for those folks out there. There was one for 90 yards, maybe about 280. But when you look at the total we get for this parlay, you're going to be like, thank you, Co. Thank you, WIGGs. This was the parlay lock of the year. Starting off week 1, Bijan Robinson, 90 yards. What do you think, Co?
We're going to get phone calls, WIGGs. They're going to be like, hey, I was able to pay off my credit card debt using WIGGs parlay locks. Okay? I love the pick. Again, division rivalry games always bring the best out of the players. So, 90 rushing yards, people will say, oh, that's pretty easy. I'm like, no, not necessarily, because the Bucs defense is pretty good. Again, it's a division rivalry, so everybody, brings their A game. So this is not as easy as people think, but it's Bijan Robinson. Most of the drafts, he went top 5 easily, right? He was in our top 5. So, yeah, I like the pick at 90 yards. Look for him to get right around that. You know, he may break the 100-yard mark, but definitely look for him to get 90 yards. Now, for receiver, who you got, Wiggs?
Coming in the receiver, we're going to go to Dallas. CeeDee Lamb. Man, CeeDee Lamb has gotten through training camp with Dak Prescott for a whole training camp. Basically, you know, last year, I think he was having contract disputes. The year before that, Dak Prescott was having contract disputes. They didn't have to worry about that this year. We know Micah Parsons leaves Dallas. However, Dak and CeeDee are on the right page. I think they're going to get off to a really hot start. George Pickens, I think, is going to have a good game. I think Dak Prescott's going to have a good game. But I think CeeDee's going to get 80 and a touchdown. So we don't have the touchdown on this one, but add it on yours. You get even better parlay results. CeeDee Lamb, 80 yards. What do you think?
I think this is something that is not going to be easily done, but it's going to, you know, once the clock hits 000 at 4 after the fourth quarter, look for CeeDee Lamb to have 80 plus yards. It's going to accumulate over the game because he's going to have a pretty tough matchup with that secondary. But it's the first game. And
they're going to be playing from behind. That's what I think, Cole.
Yeah, pause on that one as well. But yeah. Yeah, I agree. They're going to be playing from behind because they're going to have a few 3 and outs, you know, between the first and second quarter until they get their rhythm. But like, there's going to be dink and dunk plays, and he's going to be fighting for some yardage. So he'll have like 30 yards, but by halftime. And then in the second half, that's when they'll like start taking some shots because they're going to be playing from behind. And worst case scenario, he'll collect his 80 yards with garbage time, baby. This is fantasy we're talking about.
Yeah.
Now, speaking of parlay locks here, we got something different here for you guys, Brody. We're going to switch it up and do an anytime touchdown, okay? So you can sweeten the pot. Wicks, who do you got for the anytime touchdown?
So we want to keep the theme going with really good players. We're going with Derrick Henry for an anytime touchdown. I mean, this is one of the best running backs in the game. He came in at number 7 on the NFL top 100. I think he was number 6 on our top 50. I mean, this is just one of the best running backs in the game. And who can get more touchdowns than Derrick Henry? I don't know when it comes to rushing touchdowns. So Derrick Henry for anytime touchdown. Who's the opponent again, Co? Baltimore versus Buffalo. I think Buffalo is a little weak, and especially in the secondary. They lose Von Miller. They lose some people in the defensive back. So I think
I'm not sold on their
Bills
defense.
I'm not sold on the Bills defense. So
I'm not sold.
You can run with Derrick Henry. I see his summertime workout plan. The dude is running up beaches and hills and mountains and lifting weights, all types of stuff, man.
He's a freak of nature, man.
Give me Derrick Henry, man.
Derrick Henry, I mean, some people might agree with me, some people may not, but Derrick Henry is the modern day Earl Campbell, just faster. Like this dude, he's a freak of nature. Definitely love the pick. But let us know what you think there, Brodies. Again, you need to be clicking on the bottom right-hand corner on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube, and like and subscribe, and tell a friend to tell a friend. And again, if you hit your parlay locks, let us know. We'd love to share that news there. Now,
hey, Cole, let them know too that if you get those 4, that's $15.37. So $10, $153, $100 gives you $1,500. Like you said, go pay the mortgage off. Go pay that credit card bill off, man. Tell them the Brodies did and
tell them the Brodies sent you. Tell them the Brodies sent you. Yeah, hey, we just found our new slogan. Tell them the Brodies sent you. And we're going to start actually talking about the payoffs, so that maybe that will entice them to use our locks as well. So moving on here, we got fantasy. Okay, anybody who is a football junkie like we are fantasy football heads. So we got our start and sit 'em. Okay, fantasy roster management is pertinent if you're going to win a championship like myself. So what you want to do here is you want to follow the Brodies, okay? Because we're Hattori Hanzo sword sharp with the analytics. All right, so we got our stardom sit-em. To start things off here, I'm going to roll with, actually, let me just make a disclosure as well. The stardom sit-em is going to be based off of our fantasy rosters. I forgot to mention that.
Hey, so matter of fact, let's do this. Let's slow it down a little bit. We're at the 20-minute mark, so we're doing pretty good as far as time
for time. Yep.
I kind of suggested this one to you, just saying for this first week, let's do our fantasy. So let's talk a little bit about our fantasy league, Co.
Okay.
You know, first of all, it was a big deal to know when the actual date was. Anybody that knows fantasy knows if you're having a live draft, you got to know when the date and the time is.
Yep.
The last 2 years, there's been conflict with our date and time as far as fantasy is concerned. Everybody wasn't on point. This year, everybody was in the draft ready to go.
Yeah.
That was one thing I noticed. You had the first
me winning the championship got lit a fire under people's ass.
Hey, everybody was like, I need to. If Co can win it, I gotta win it. So everybody was in there ahead of schedule. That was funny to see. Co, you had the first pick. Grady had the second pick. I had the third pick.
2 years running.
That was funny.
First pick. 2 years.
Yeah, you had the first pick. Last year I had the 8th pick, the last pick in our league. It's an 8-team league, so that's kind of like very cool because you're gonna get a good team regardless.
Regardless, if you know how to draft.
If you know how to draft, but that means everybody else is gonna have a good team too. So you're not the only one with a good team. But yeah, the first pick, we got to talk about it, Co. Like I said, we got a little bit of time. So just tell me what went into your thoughts. Like you said, we had a minute. You spent the whole minute. What were your thoughts? Tell me a little bit about that first pick in our draft, Co.
So I found out 10, 15 minutes beforehand. So I was actually driving home and I'm like, okay,
you were in the car.
Yeah.
So you're looking at the fantasy draft.
I'm literally drafting while I'm driving. Don't do that, Brodies. Don't do that. I'm literally drafting while I'm driving.
Hey, but do not do this at home, though.
This is strictly for professionals.
This is for experienced professionals only, though.
You know what I'm saying? Do as I say, not as I do. Now, I'm sitting here thinking, I'm like, okay, we got Grady at number 2, who's also a big avid Skins fan. And we got Wiggs at number 3, who's also an avid Skins fan.
And then we had JD5 last year, so you know I gotta get him again.
I offered to do keepers, but no one wanted to do that. So you could have kept him. But long story short, I was like, all right, if I don't draft him, I'm not going to get him. Because he's
the first pick in our league. You're absolutely right, though.
You know, and with fantasy rules, a lot of people don't go with taking a quarterback in the first round, but unless they're elite, you know what I'm saying? So like if you took Lamar Jackson,
the top scorers in the league.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like if you took Lamar Jackson in the first round, no one's going to fault you for that. So I'm like, all right, look, man, I can get all my other players later. I'm not going to miss my only opportunity to draft 5. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to make them sweat because they don't know what I'm going to do, but they know what I'm going to do. So, yeah.
And the consensus pick in a PPR league is Jamar Chase, followed by maybe Jahmyr Gibbs, Saquon Barkley, Justin Jefferson, Bijan Robinson, CeeDee Lamb. No, our draft went Jaden Daniels, Lamar Jackson. I thought that was like, I told you, me and Toe were watching it. We were like going crazy, dog. We were like, oh shit, dog.
Yeah.
But he had to take Lamar. You have to, like you said, Patrick Mahomes in past years, he's not making it out the first round because everybody knows how good of a quarterback he is. I got Jaden Daniels last year in like the 7th round because nobody knew what he was going to be. He was a rookie. You know, I think Cam Ward went in the 7th round or later, probably even later this year. Again, we expect big things out of Cam Ward, but you're a rookie. You got to prove it.
Exactly.
What do we say, Co? We're bringing it back this year. You got to prove it this year, too.
Prove it Wednesdays.
So, so that was the first 2. And then the first round, 8 teams, 5 quarterbacks to go in the first round. Jaden, Lamar, Josh Allen, Joe Burrow, and Patrick Mahomes all go in the first round. So I don't even get a quarterback in that first round. I end up going with Jahmyr Gibbs at number 3. I had a chance to get whoever I wanted to with the third pick. I could have picked Jamar Chase, Saquon Barkley. I went with Jahmyr Gibbs, and I think I might regret it, Co. Like Saquon Barkley had 2,000 yards. It's a solid pick. You know, that's what I did in the mock draft. So, you know, that's something else that comes up later in the draft. But I went with Jahmyr Gibbs. That was my pick in the mock draft. That was in my estimation, he was the number 1 or number 2 player. So I was happy to
he's going to get wide receiver yard. I mean, he's going to get receiving yards and rushing yards
in the PPR.
Well.
Yeah,
Saquon Barkley's not. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like he had more yards.
He had more points than Saquon.
Yards. Yeah, because of receiving
Saquon last
year
because of receiving. So
exactly. So that's a solid pick.
So yeah, it should be a good pick. I'm hoping so. So then, all right, second round comes around. I picked before you and Grady. So I'm like, damn, I got to get a good pick this round because y'all picked before me in the third round, which the snake draft is...
I get back to back.
No, the snake round is so crazy. So coming back around, first I get Jahmyr Gibbs. Second I go, who'd I go? It wasn't Brock Bowers. I think it was another running back.
I gotta look at the draft here.
I have to look at it again. Damn, I can't even remember. But do you remember who you got with your second pick, Co?
They should have it next to the players, I believe. But I picked Kyren Williams.
Kyren Williams with the second. So again, the mock draft comes up again. In our mock draft, we had Jahmyr and Kyren Williams. So I went with first round Jahmyr. You went with Kyren Williams in the second round. I thought that was very cool. The mock draft came in handy, man. Do your mock drafts, fellas. Like
that's how you get your practice.
That's how you get your practice. You start to see who's going to be in what spot.
Scratch that. Puka Nacua with my second pick.
Okay, Puka. Yeah. You got a receiver. So you start with Jaden Daniels, come back with Puka, and then in the third round you come back and get
Kyren Williams. Yep.
Okay, so you would have been able to get both of them in any position. That, like you said, you got the two picks in a row. So you went with Rams. So what were your thoughts on going with the Rams? Best player available. Tell me what you were thinking about that, Co.
So like once JD5 and Lamar went off the board, and then Patrick Mahomes and Josh Allen, once all
there was a lot of good players left.
Yeah, exactly. But the issue was you only have 4 or 5 top quarterbacks, right? Players. Yeah. So once they were gone, it was okay, the other teams took all the other top wide receivers and running backs like Bijan Robinson, Saquon Barkley, CeeDee Lamb, and all that good stuff.
Justin Jefferson, yeah.
Yeah. So when it came back to me, I was like, okay, I need to take not only the best player available, but the best player available at this particular position. So I'm looking at the wide receivers, I'm looking at the running backs, and I'm like, based on the wide receivers from a 1A position, there was only a few left. Top. And Puka was at the top. So I was like, let me take him. So he'll be my 1A. I'm comfortable with that. And then circle back around. I'm like, we got a plethora of running backs still left, but let me take the best one available. But Kyren Williams wasn't the best available, but I took him because I know he's going to get receiving yards too.
Okay, I like that. So who was the other running back you were thinking about at that slot?
I can't remember, but I know I was able to get Jonathan Taylor the next round in the 4th.
Yeah, that was tough. That was tough to get Kyren and then come back around to Jonathan Taylor. I was like, damn, he kind of got us on that one, man.
Yeah, and then with Tyreek Hill, I was like, he's not a one first rounder anymore. So I was like, I knew I can come back and circle with him. So I'm like, as long as I got my veteran, I mean, he's a veteran. It's Tyreek Hill. So
yeah, and I just remember who I got in the second round. So first round, Jahmyr Gibbs, running back. I come back in the second round, I get Malik Neighbors. Again, this is an 8-team league. Yeah. So right before I got Malik Neighbors, Justin Jefferson and CeeDee Lamb went. So they didn't go until the second round, halfway through the second round, because the quarterbacks just happened to go in the first round. So I was hoping I was going to be able to get Justin Jefferson or CeeDee Lamb. They didn't fall to me, but I get Malik Neighbors. Jahmyr Gibbs and Malik Neighbors are two of the players that I was looking at in my mock drafts all year round, and they were players that kind of like the way we got Trey Amos in the second round, and we're like, yo, we had a first round grade on him. That's how it felt getting Malik Neighbors in the second round, and I imagine that's how it felt getting Puka as well. You know, you get Puka Nacua late in the second round. It's kind of like, yo, I had a first round grade on him. I get him late. I'm happy about it, and then I come back around and I get Nico Collins. That's a good duo, man. Nico and Malik Neighbors with Jahmyr Gibbs.
Let's see.
Fire.
So, as far as the roster management itself, right? You got, I'm looking at Mac's roster, and I'm like, this dude, I mean, he's got some players on here, but like, it's so pertinent to make sure that you draft the right players. And then you also got to make sure that you start the right players. So let's kick that off here. So let's start with the quarterbacks. All right. That was a good segment there. Or a good intro to this, because I mean, we're still talking about roster management here because it's all about fantasy.
This is our rosters. So this is going to be good for week 1.
So as far as stardom, I got Jaden Daniels, and my main man Wiz got Baker Mayfield. Now, I like the pick. I like Baker Mayfield. You know, I mean, they're playing the Falcons. Okay, it's a division rivalry. The defense has been upgraded out there in Atlanta, but people don't remember Baker Mayfield is one of the few quarterbacks that threw for 40 plus touchdowns. Only 22 quarterbacks in NFL history have ever done it. Okay, if you know your football stats, okay, he's one of the few to ever do it. So, like, 40 touchdown passes is a lot. Like, that's elite quarterback play. So, definitely look for him to toss up a few touchdown passes. Maybe throw for like 300 yards. I like that. Jaden Daniels is a parlay lock. He's going for over 229 plus. I'm looking for 350. So I definitely like JD5. He's my starter moving forward. It might be a little wishy-washy with you, from a quarterback standpoint, but Baker Mayfield could be your starting quarterback for the year.
Yeah, I mean, I'm rocking with Baker. So you know how I feel about Baker Mayfield, man. Baker's my guy. I'm a Florida boy myself. I was born in Florida before we moved to Detroit, before we moved to PG.
And you went from the bottom to the top to the middle.
Hey, middle, East Coast, baby. But Baker's my guy, and Jaden Daniels is my guy. So for me, this is a great starter, man. I love it.
Cool. Now, who's riding the pine? I got Jared Goff. I believe in Jared Goff. He won my championship for me last year, but I got 5 now, so he's going to be reduced to the backup. And you got Jordan Love. Now, I agree. Baker Mayfield over Jordan Love. I mean, right now, I like Jordan Love, but
it's a little bit of injury concern in that I think one of his receivers might not be playing. So for this week, it's mostly just let me see if Jordan Love can get into a rhythm. Because if Jordan Love gets into a rhythm, he's throwing for 300 yards, 2-3 touchdowns. Like, they're passing the ball, but they also need to run with Josh Jacobs. Like, they kind of have one of those other running backs that can really that can really do their thing. So let me see what their offense is going to look like. They have a good matchup themselves, another divisional game. But yeah, let's see what the offense looks like. I think Baker has a little bit more consistency with his receivers and running backs coming back. So let me just see what these guys look like compared to Jordan Love. He has a receiving running back. A receiving wide receiver, Matthew Golden, coming in.
Yeah.
Let's see if he can get some chemistry going with those guys.
Yeah, I agree. Until they get that continuity, he's not really going to be throwing more than like maybe 250, 260 a game. Jared Goff, the reason why I'm sitting him only is because it's the first game in a new offensive scheme, and I don't think they got many reps in the preseason. So I don't think they're going to have. I don't think they're going to have the timing. So that's the reason why I'm sitting him. But as far as running backs, for start 'em and sit 'em here, I'm going with Kyron Williams, and Wiggs is rolling with James Cook. I like James Cook, man. The defense over there in Baltimore is a little stout, but I mean, James Cook, he's making an argument as being the top 5 back in the league. So I definitely like that. And Kyron Williams, like I said, is a dual threat. and I don't even know who they're playing, but
The Rams.
I mean, it's Kyron Williams though, man. This dude's the truth. Let's see.
Yeah, Kyron Williams is the truth. And let me say this about James Cook. Why are you looking that up?
Texans.
Okay, that's a good defense. That's a good defense right there. But
and they're playing at
I think
home,
they'll be a little bit more vulnerable to the run than they will be to the pass. And that's what I was going to say about James Cook. When you have a quarterback like Josh Allen, when Derrick Henry has a quarterback like Lamar Jackson, it just makes your job easier. And when you're the feature back with a quarterback that good, you're going to get the touches. James Cook is going to get touches out of the backfield. He's going to get touches as far as scoring touchdowns. Like he had 13 or 16 total touchdowns last year. So that's almost a touchdown game. James Cook is probably going to end this game with one touchdown. Let's say 60 to 80 yards, even if he doesn't get to 100. 60 to 80 yards and a touchdown, you're over 15 points. Anytime
bonus WIGG parlay lock. Bonus WIGG parlay lock.
First of all, it's going to be a bonus parlay lock. And second of all, when you're talking about fantasy, you want to try to just think about 15 points. Who can get me 10? You want at least 10 points. So you're always thinking, all right, this week, who can get me at least 10 points? For a receiver, that's 3 catches and 60 yards or 5 catches and 50 yards. For a running back, that's a little bit more if they're not making catches, but that's why players like Jahmyr Gibbs go up because he can get 3 catches. He's got 3 points already in the first half and 30 yards. He's got, he's halfway to 10, 12, 15 points for the total game just off of 3 catches and 30 yards. And these are players that can get 150 yards. So that's what you want to be thinking about in fantasy as you go along, guys.
That's definitely a good way to approach it. I think James Cook can give you anywhere between 10 to 15 on average. That's pretty much what he was doing last year. We're averaging a touchdown a game. I mean, that's 6 points right there. Now, as far as sit-him goes, I hate to do it, but I got to roll with my man, Austin Eckler. I got to sit him. And WIGG is rolling with Kenneth Walker. Now, with Austin Eckler, I mean, he's probably going to end up starting, but it's going to be running back by committee because the primary run threat is 5. And now we're going up against Abdul Carter and Dexter Lawrence in a pretty stout front 7. So, Jaden is going to have to open up the run game with a few keepers, so it's going to happen. He's going to scramble a little bit. We're going to have the 5 experience, what I'm saying? So Eckler, I think he may have a few good, series here and there. He might put up like maybe 50 yards total or something, something like that, 50, 60 yards total. But I don't think if you have no choice, I wouldn't start him. If you have a choice, don't start him. Because if you have anybody else that can maybe get some more touches that are probably going to get more touches because they're the starting running back, then roll with them. If not, then roll with him because he's going to get some looks. But against this Giants defense, I don't like it. I'm going to sit him. What do you think about Kenneth Walker?
I like the Kenneth Walker, but let me say this about Eckler. When the choice is Eckler or Kyron Williams, you go with Kyron Williams.
Exactly.
Pretty easily. So you had a pretty easy choice, Co. I think my choice was a little tougher just because I really like Kenneth Walker. I think he's one of those running backs that gets the ball a lot. He gets a lot of opportunities, and I think he's going to get a lot of opportunities again this year in the Seahawks offense. Sam Darnold's coming in, and the best thing you can do for a quarterback is give him a good running game. The best thing you can do to make your defense look better is have a good running game. So I think Kenneth Walker gets off to a good start here. I just don't think he's going to be better than James Cook with the touchdown advantage that I think James Cook has. So Kenneth Walker might have a good game, but again, Austin Eckler, Kyron Williams, give me Kyron. Kenneth Walker versus James Cook, give me James Cook.
And let's see, and they're playing the Niners defense. So
who I think they were like the number 1 defense in fantasy this year. So we'll see
they're definitely ranked number 1.
You said they got solid back, so we'll see what they look like.
Yeah, so that's a good pick there. Now, as far as wide receivers go, now I drafted Tyreek Hill, but he rolled the bench last year, and he's going to continue to ride the bench until he proves it because I'm starting Deebo Samuel. And the Wigs, man, is starting DK Metcalf. Now,
what?
Deebo Samuels is in a contract year. He's in the best shape of his life, it looks like. He's in a new offense. He's fully regenerated. And he's been getting the primary targets in the offseason. He was the 1A while Terry was holding out. So week 1, I look for him to get started early and to get a few touches, whether it's going to be end around or a screen.
Hey,
he still may have enough speed to do like a play action, pass.
He does.
Go down
Absolutely
the scene. Yeah. So, yeah, I'm starting Deebo Samuel over Tyreek Hill. What do you got for DK Metcalf?
Ooh, man, Cole, that's a great pick, man. I mean, I really like that Deebo pick over Tyreek. Tyreek, you got to prove it, man. Last thing I know, you did not want to be on this Miami Dolphins team. If we don't want you, I would have had them shipped out of here. Send them to the Commanders for a first-round pick, man. Let us get Josh Connolly on the Dolphins. But the Commanders keep Josh Connolly. The Dolphins keep Tyreek Hill. And Co keeps Deebo Samuel starting. I love the pick because, again, Terry McLaurin is going to come in. Let's ease him in. Terry, this is what we look.
Pause.
Hey, yo.
Hey, yo.
Hey, Terry, let's slow you down.
Let's grandfather him in.
Let's grandfather you and let's slow you down, Terry. We're gonna show you what this offense would have looked like without you. Because 3 years from now, we're gonna show you we know how to pick other receivers in this offense because who matters is JD5.
Yes.
So I like the Deebo pick because again, I do think the Commanders are gonna show Terry, yo. We had some, though. We had some. And then DK, this one was a little tough, Cole, because it wasn't just Zay Flowers. It was Devontae Adams and George Pickens, man. Like, I have a lot of receivers. You said you kind of had this problem last year, analysis paralysis. It's tough when you have a lot of one position group. But there were just so many receivers to draft this year. And I was like, yo, these niggas took the quarterback. I'm going to take all the damn receivers. Don't let nobody else have receivers. So I was just drafting receivers. Like, you got to kind of have a strategy. And sometimes the best strategy is keep a good player away from this person. Even though they're on my bench, I'm not letting this person have them. So that was kind of my strategy with the receivers. But it might come back to haunt me because I don't know if I'm choosing right. I like DK. I don't know if he's going to have that chemistry. So I'm taking a little bit of a risk here. But over Zay Flowers, I think Lamar's going to spread the ball around a little bit more, so that's going to put Zay out. So, yeah, give me DK here, but I'm not feeling comfortable with this one.
So, I'm looking at your roster, and I mean, you definitely have a good problem. It's a good problem to have.
Right.
But, so, like, Devontae Adams, I like Devontae Adams, but I don't know if Matt Stafford is starting. They haven't said anything
How's that
yet.
back? Right.
Yeah, right. They haven't said anything yet. So that's up in the air. And then with Pickens, I mean, they're going up against a tough front seven and secondary in the Eagles. So
that's a matchup. Yeah, that's a bad matchup for him.
Yeah, I don't like that matchup. And then Zay Flowers, I mean, I'm not too sold on Buffalo's defense, but from just a target standpoint, that's
get the amount of targets. Yeah.
Who's going to get the most targets out of everybody?
Year. That was his problem last year.
So DK Metcalf is he's the default choice because he's going to get the most targets out there.
He's a 1A receiver. He's the absolute 1A receiver in Pittsburgh.
Yeah. Now this is what I had to do last year. When you have this type of situation, is you basically got to do flex by committee.
Okay.
Because you got your running backs. I mean, Cook and Gibbs are going to be your RB1 and 2. I think that's easy to lock up. Collins is your 1A.
Collins and Malik Neighbors. I'm good at those two. So it's just this flex spot. But
you got Bowers,
spot, man.
Yeah, tough. You got Bowers.
And I got Bowers. Let's go. And I got Baker. Let's go.
But here's what's going to make it even more interesting, bro. When Joe Mixon comes back. You know what I'm saying? So now you're going to have to choose between Metcalf, Adams, Mixon, Aaron Jones, Pickens, Walker, and Zay Flowers, all for one position.
Yeah, all for one position. Yeah, that's gonna be tough. But like you said, it's a good problem to have. If some of these older players get injured, I'm good. Joe Mixon, you got to sit out a couple weeks. Go ahead, take your time. We got some other players to work out in the meantime. So I would rather have a good problem than a bad problem where I'm just like, man, I need more help at the running back position, and I don't know where to go. I would much rather have this problem.
And also, if you to that point, if a running back goes down and you need another running back, you got a lot of trade power. So you can trade two of these wide receivers and pick up a decent back. So, and we all know how Mac likes to sabotage his rosters with bad trades. So next year, we kind of revealed our sit-em. It's Tyreek Hill and Zay Flowers. I mean, again, my reason is, last year he rode the bench on my team. This year, he's going to ride the bench because I need to see if him and Tua can
get
stay
it together. Yeah,
can they stay consistent? So that's really the biggest thing, because if Tua goes down, God forbid, Tyreek Hill his draft stock plummets. So he might as well just go on the waiver wire. So it's his name alone that keeps him from getting drafted or dropped rather, for performance reasons. So that's why I'm sitting him. And you're rolling with Zay Flowers again, because they're probably going to run the ball a lot.
I need to see the targets. Yeah, I need to see the targets. The big thing for me is they lost this game last year. If they didn't lose this game last year, I would probably be betting a little bit more on Zay Flowers, because then this will be the time to get creative. Let's see if we can get the ball to Zay Flowers. Let's try some things out. We couldn't beat this team last year, so we need to see if we can beat them. Give the damn ball to Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry, running the damn ball, putting the ball down the field. We'll go to Zay whenever there's a good one-on-one matchup. Let him create some stuff. But again, he's not our red zone target. And that's my only problem with Zay Flowers. Like, if he was a red zone target, I'd bump him up that much higher. But he's not, so got to pull him down a little bit. And then Tyreek, man, I'm a Dolphins fan, but Tyreek, you got to prove it. Got to prove it, my boy.
Speaking of red zone target, that is actually a great transition. We got our new segment here, Brodies. We got rapid fire, okay? We're going to go over some of the topics that we may have missed in the primary part of the shows here. Now, it's basically a segment where, for real, I got to empty out my soapbox, Wiggs.
Hey, I can get comfortable on the couch, man.
You know what I'm saying?
We can switch it up a little bit.
I got some things that grind my gears, okay? Speaking of red zone, Brodies, if you are football fanatics like we are, okay, we have to watch, multiple games at once to monitor the fantasy, right? So red zone is the perfect, thing when it comes to this, because it's 7 hours of commercial-free football. And it switches, for those who don't know, it's basically 7 hours of live football highlights. It plays a segment of the game. When they get in the red zone,
live highlights,
live highlights,
yeah, not the highlights after,
as it's happening.
Live highlights,
yeah, and it's the ultimate way to just experience all the apexes of the game, and it allows you to keep up with your fantasy. But the concept of the show is that it's 7 hours of football with no commercials. If you watch the local channels, if you watch the local channels, you got all those commercials. So the concept of the show was no commercials. Yeah.
Let me say this real quick. If you watch the local channels, I think they did studies last year on how much of the 3-hour broadcast was actual gameplay versus actual commercials. So out of a 3-hour broadcast, an hour is football, 2 hours are commercials. That's crazy.
That's crazy.
I'm not tuning in for 2 hours of commercials, but that shows you how good this product is, because we all are tuning in for 2 hours of commercials and we don't even realize it. But when you have red zone,
because they call timeouts to take commercial breaks.
To strictly take commercial break, we have timeouts that are not player or that are not team timeouts. These are TV timeouts. We got to get some commercials in. So Red Zone kind of took over that, and they were like, yo, we'll make sure there's a game that you can watch, preferably in the red zone. If not in the red zone, we'll just have you watching a game, no commercials ever until last year.
And it's insane. Like, I don't, like, your defeat. It's like, let me see if I can think of a quick. It's like, you remember when McDonald's and their slogan was, Burger King, when it said, have it your way? Hey. That's like me going to Burger King and say, I don't want no pickles on my damn burger, yo. And they like, nah, you gonna not only you gonna get these pickles, you gonna get dill pickles. And I'm like, nah.
And you gonna get a commercial with it. And you gonna get a commercial with it. Before you come to the drive-thru, watch this commercial. Just imagine that, cause you go to the drive-thru and they say, watch this commercial before you drive around.
Do you think it's because ESPN bought them out?
That's a great question, cuz.
Because we didn't have this problem until ESPN stepped in. You know what I'm saying?
ESPN the problem? Is Stephen A. Smith the problem? Everybody's pointing out Stephen A. Smith the only yells.
It's the constant sales.
Skip Bayless is back on the couch with Gilbert Arenas.
Oh my God!
Is sports media the problem, co? Are we the problem, co?
No.
Are we part of it now? Are we the solution? The problem is the Brodies are the solution.
The problem is it's too much freaking merchandising and selling. Like,
too much.
We just want to watch the damn game. Yeah, like now you have to subscribe to like 5 to 8 different damn platforms of streaming just to watch these games now. They take the games off of Christmas on primetime, like local networks, and put them on streaming.
Put it on Netflix, yeah.
Like all the 60, 70, 80-year-old football fans that love watching the game can't watch it now because they don't understand the whole streaming thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, football is the greatest sport in the world, but it's like they're getting real greedy. And it's just a matter of time before you have to start like paying for quarters.
Hey, you made it to the first halftime.
You know what I'm saying?
The second half, you got to pay $1. Like,
you remember when we would go to the arcade and like if we lost,
your quarters ready.
It had the little countdown that said deposit your coins or start the hell over. It's the same thing. Like,
and we went from that to what was it, Dave and Buster's, where you got your credit card.
Yeah,
now you just swipe your card. So now, we'll just be swiping our card at halftime. You need to buy something before you keep going. So TV deals, because I mean the TV deals are one thing. Like you said, it's every network, it's every subscription. And one of our friends just ended his YouTube TV. He said it's too much. I'm tired of doing it. I said I'm gonna do the Netflix next. But now I'm thinking I'm gonna have to get Hulu Live TV, man. Like, I don't, because where am I gonna get all my games? It's football season. I gotta watch my games. So, Brodies, if y'all out there know the best deal, because StreamEast, the downloading the podcast. I mean, not the podcast, but the website where you can stream games. Mm-hmm. They got kicked off. The NFL, man. The NFL they're conglomerate. They don't play. They're gonna get guys out of there. So that was one rapid fire topic. Cool. Let me talk about another rapid fire topic before we get off the air. Okay. 16 black quarterbacks. 32 teams in the league. 16 of the quarterbacks are black. What do you think about it, Cole?
I mean, that represents progress. I mean, that's anyone who knows me knows that's something that I really am very, very passionate about. Football is my favorite sport. The quarterback position is also my favorite position, pause. Mainly because of the cerebralness that comes with playing the game, and it's pure poetry in motion to see a quarterback just spin it, man. Like,
Cole will send us videos of just a quarterback spinning the ball, man. Nothing else but the spin of the ball.
It's pure poetry, man. It's like it's just an avenue for a stress reliever, man. But anyway, like I think that because the game has evolved to where quarterbacks need to be more mobile, the black quarterback has started to become more favorable, because that's what we were known for, before all of this happened. They didn't think we can pass, between the pocket, in the pocket. We were just running quarterbacks. But now that we have shown that we can do both at an elite level, and they are saying that you can't win without a quarterback that can't do both to some extent. Now the black quarterback is not only just the face of the NFL, but the college football as well, because that's where you're drafting them, obviously. So
you mentioned that about Shedeur Sanders, Cole, before we got on. You mentioned it should have been 17 quarterbacks, because Shedeur should be starting for somebody.
He should be. That's another rapid fire topic. I mean, like, why wouldn't you if the Cleveland Browns, so I'm expecting them to brown it up all the time. But I mean, he'll get a shot. But I mean, 16 black quarterbacks, that's half of the league. And that's not to mention the face
all
of the league
and stuff. The face.
The
we
face
had
of the league is
Super
black
Bowl.
and Mahomes.
The Super Bowl was two black
Hurts.
Mahomes and Jalen Hurts.
That too.
Two black quarterbacks. Let's go.
JD5 is next in line.
Let's go, JD5.
The NFL has been alive for over 100 years. And I'd say about maybe 95-ish of it has been with the textbook, persona of the tall, dark, and handsome white quarterback playing the quarterback position. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's just that they said that we couldn't play the position, but now that we can, you're starting to see an even playing field. So I definitely like that.
All right. And I think one of the last topics we can discuss, Cole, the NFL just finished their top 100 players.
Okay.
Coming in at number one, the same player that the Brodies had, Saquon Barkley. Saquon Barkley was voted by his peers to be the number one player in the league. And like I just said, the Brodies, we had him number one. Cole, what do you think about Saquon Barkley coming in at number one? Lamar Jackson was number two. Josh Allen was number three. Jamar Chase, number four. And Patrick Mahomes, number five. What do you think about Saquon coming in at number one? Voted by the players.
He ran for 2,000 yards. That's not easy. So he got that because of that. Now, normally on that countdown, whoever won MVP is normally going to be number one. But we know last year that Josh Allen got that MVP by a politically correct, decision. Lamar Jackson was clearly the better quarterback, hence why he was ranked number two.
Yeah.
And then, like I said, Saquon Barkley ran for 2,000 yards, which is not easy to do, and only a few running backs have done that. So naturally, yeah. So I'm cool with that. Our fantasy countdown is a little bit different. Our algorithm is, a little bit different. So I like,
because we were doing against PPR receivers are a little bit higher. But when it comes to Saquon, Lamar, Josh Allen, for quarterbacks, we have Lamar, Jaden Daniels, Josh Allen. I like our list, man. I like our draft. Jaden Daniels, Lamar Jackson. If I'm picking if I'm drafting a player tomorrow, Jaden Daniels is my number one pick. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Jaden Daniels is my number one pick. If I'm drafting a team tomorrow, Jaden Daniels is my number one pick. So
I'm that confident in him, man.
I'm telling you.
I like Lamar. Don't get me wrong. Lamar Jackson.
I like Saquon.
I like Saquon, but just from the eye test, man. Like, you gotta remember one thing about Jaden. What makes him so much of a different player going into a second season is he didn't have much to improve on to make a quote unquote quantum leap. You know what I'm saying?
We were projected to be number 30 last year. Before the season started last year, they were projecting us to be a bottom 5 team in the league.
They thought Snyder was still at the helm. You know what I'm saying? No. We got Josh Harris, we got AP, we got DQ, we got JD5. And they said, Von Miller, did you hear what Von Miller said? He said, he reminds me of Kobe. Shades of Kobe. The Bean.
Let's go.
If we have a quarterback that has the mentality of the Bean, not one, not two, not three, not four, but 5 Super Bowls. 5 Super Bowls. So that's what we're going with, Brodies. That's what we're rolling with, y'all.
Hey,
that's
before
the
we end the show, let Let me give you
Wiggs?
the last 5 of the top 10. Joe Burrow at 6, Derrick Henry at 7, Myles Garrett at 8, Justin Jefferson 9, Patrick Surtain at 10. I mean, I like the defensive players coming in there.
So.
Yeah. I like the defensive players coming in there. Again, our list not too far off. We just had a little bit different order because of the fantasy, but
yeah, we didn't have any defensive players. If we would have done that, we definitely would have had them in the top 10. So, that completes the kickoff episode, y'all. Football is back, yo. Okay, it's Brody Sports Talk. It's the Lower Code World. It's the guy Jay Wiggs. We'll see you guys next week, y'all. Peace.
Peace.